cup if you have it, or a jar, a more open container than these little bottles of ink. You're going to hold on to that ink with your hand. You're going to hold the stick with the hand that you normally draw with. We're going to be drawing with both hands. Okay, I'm going to go through your materials here at the table, and I'm going to talk about the media and the tools. So you don't need your brushes today. We're just going to use your alternative drawing tools. That would be your sticks, okay? Sticks and a container for your ink, okay? That's all you're going to need today, plus lots of paper. So you want to tear off, you're going to complete a drawing in a very short period of time. Okay, it's going to be very messy. You're going to be slinging the ink about. You're going to be really working those sticks. And you might make as many as 20 drawings today. So tear off at least 20 sheets of paper. If you don't use them all this class, you'll use them next class. 20. 20. No, we're going to use just your regular white drawing paper for this. The mixed media is when we start value, and we'll start value a little bit next class, then we'll switch to the mixed media. The mixed media are when we use a lot of fluid. We're just going to use straight ink from the bottle today. Okay, so I've got a bottle like this, and I'm going to pour it into a cup so I don't have to think and watch and be careful. Alright. So I'm going to pour it into a wide mouth that I don't even have to look at it while I'm using it. Okay? It's going to follow me around. This today that are pretty much the opposite of the way we've been drawing. So we're going to take the first month of class. We're going to go completely opposite direction, 90 degrees. Okay? And we're going to draw very loose, expressively, and quickly for a while. Then gradually, we're going to bring both those styles together. Okay? And use them together to make drawings next week and the week after. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate over here for a minute, and then I'm going to show you some examples of student work. Then those student works will find their way up onto the wall so that you can see those and have access to those for photographs. Okay, come on over here so you can see. So, with every new material that we use and tool, what we do is to spend a little bit of time getting familiar with the versatility and use of that tool. So, this obviously is a pretty unconventional drawing implement. Okay, it's pretty inexpensive. I've seen that professionals use sticks for years. You know, they kind of have their best stick that is kind of worn down to the kind of point that they like. And I'm not talking about putting it in the pencil sharpener and getting it that kind of point. But could somebody find their brush pack and show me? Did you get a bamboo pen in that brush pack? Did anybody? Okay, those are bamboo brushes. Did you get any pens, anything with a point other than the brushes? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is just solid ink, and another name that may be on your bottle. It's called Tush, T-O-S-C-H-E. Not this kind, but liquid kind. Another kind of tush that you will find in art making is a greasy black substance in lithography. It looks a lot like ink, but it's very different, and we also call that tush. Okay, so this is the bamboo pen. Okay, so this is nice. Did anybody get a set that has the double tip? Yeah, these are nice. Okay. All right, so if you've got a stick or a pencil handy, I'm going to show you the way we're going to hold these. This is the way a baby eats with the spoon. Yeah. And it's very loose, okay? So we want to be very relaxed. This is a very expressive form of drawing that we're going to do. It's called gesture. Okay, so I'm going to make sure my upper body is just really relaxed. I just pop the shoulder, I just pop my neck, and I'm standing and I'm relaxed. So this kind of drawing, you're going to see me physically engage a lot with the space. Okay. And again, you're going to want to alternate between, oh, I just finished a vertical, then I'm going to do a horizontal next, etc., etc. You're going to use your viewfinders. You're going to find your subject matter, and you're going to draw it. Okay? You're going to look at your subject matter 99% of the time, and you're only going to look at your drawing to make sure you aren't drawing off into space or on your drawing board. Okay, first of all, we're going to figure out what the sticks do with ink. Okay, you don't want to let this sit like that. Okay, I want you to hold on to it, and it's going to follow you around. Ooh, nice. What do you do with these tools? You figure out what kind of marks you can make with these tools. I don't want you to be nice with these where you always don't hold it like a pencil. Don't be clenched up. And when I say you're clenching, that means you're grasping as if you're doing cursive writing. Okay? So the first thing I want everybody to do is to take a sheet of paper take a sheet of paper and see how I'm holding it. See how I'm very relaxed. A lot of people put their elbows up. That's tension. You have to get rid of all your tension. To make some nice drawings here, you just need to be very relaxed. Okay. No tension. We're going to kiss a lot of frogs with this assignment. You know what that means? Anybody?
Trial and error. Trial and error.
Trial and error. That means you're going to be producing a lot of drawings and practicing an awful lot. And out of this class period of maybe 20, 25 drawings, you may have one or two where all say, wow, that's a good one, put it up on the wall. Okay. There's also a history to what we're doing, and that is from the abstract expressionists. And for short, we call them abexers. Anybody know a famous artist who is from the abstract expressionist movement? Jackson Pollock. Okay. So the exciting part of this type of drawing is making it. The drawing that comes after is, yes, a record of it, but it's a document of your experience and the physical activity of what you did to contrive that mark. It is not a careful kind of mark making. The opposite of what we've been doing for an entire month. So this is to contrive the beauty of marks, the expressiveness of marks. So these are marks. You can see my whole arm is moving. So this first sheet of paper you're going to use, and I'll go back to this, is just to see what kind of dominant, subordinate, and variety of marks you can make with this. You could be nice with the stick. You could be not so nice with the stick. Beautiful marks, expressive marks. Okay, loose. Alright, so the first piece of paper I actually want you to make is an holding like a baby spoon, because this is going to, don't clench it, okay? Don't hold it like this. That's going to be something you'll have to fight. That's normal for you. That's comfortable for you. I want you to hold it like this because it's loose. You're comfortable. Your body language is going to dictate what kind of marks you're going to make. Don't hesitate. Just move and let the marks flow off your hand. So you're going to do your signature. Nice and big. Fluid. See, we're moving my whole arm for that. It was not like this, and it wasn't like this. Okay? Or like this. Okay. Totally relaxed. So that's going to be your first. Okay, and then I want to see the evidence of that. So you're going to leave it on the floor next to where you're drawing. Okay? And then you're going to keep on going. You're going to take your sticks. You're going to see what kind of marks they make. Okay, here's a big one. I think I'm going to mark with it like this and stand away from it. Not like this. Okay? About my whole arm. This is all kind of the same kind of stick. So, we got some tape around here. You guys are supposed to buy some tape, right? You probably have some tape in your box. This person took a bunch of points and taped this together. And if you're drawing on an iPad, there are lots of different tips and tools that you can adjust the size of the brush. They don't have a stick tool, but they have pen points and brush points where you can adjust the size as well as the texture. So there are lots of textures you can imitate on your iPad. You push it the wrong way, you drag it, and when you run out of ink, you replenish so that you aren't always getting what I call a dry brush. So let me work this so you can see a dry brush. You see this? A little bit of that is nice, but not an entire drawing. Don't be stingy with your ink. You don't want an entire drawing where you're just kind of working off the ink, recharge it. So you can lay down a lot of ink. Ooh, what if you get your fingers into it? Just gonna have messy fingers, it's okay. Sometimes when I paint, it doesn't all come off when I wash my hands. It's okay, it's just acrylic, this is just ink, it's not gonna hurt you. You shouldn't have any kind of allergy. If anybody has an allergy, then by all means get some latex gloves. But you can lay down wet marks and work into them with your finger. Okay? So the stick is just so you don't use it like as if you were holding a Sharpie pen in your hand. Okay? Alright. I'm going to let you do this for a little bit. Name in cursive first, and I want to see that. And then you're going to take a sheet or two and try your sticks. If your stick breaks, guess what? You go out and buy some more sticks, right? Okay? lines. All right, now we're going to come over here and look at examples of drawing. We're going to pin some of these up on the wall. How about we look at a couple done on the iPad? Same subject as you. What's the result of drawing this way? What kind of quality does the end product, does the drawing have? What kind of descriptors, adjectives can you use to describe this drawing?
Sketchy. Energetic.
Energetic. Yes, look at the energy. Because that person drew like this. Furious. How fast. Gesture is just a suggestion of what is there. It is not a full-on description like we were doing previously. It is suggestive of a bird in motion. So we're projecting with the quality of marks and the activity of drawing into that subject matter up there. All the babies have crazy hair. Okay? Raggedy. Okay? So that's to allow you to play with your materials and tools to make very dramatic quality of mark making, energy of the mark drawings, to infer, especially with the birds, animation. Okay? Here's a portrait. And this, look at the marks that are made. They're wonderful textural marks. Look at the variety that we've got in this. Look at how the sticks kind of skip across the page when you push them the wrong way and explode. Okay. So you want to explore to get a variety of marks. Look at the energy and the movement that's incorporated into this drawing of this bird. Okay. It looks like bird frenzy. Okay. Lots of movement. And we can recognize that it's a bird. It's not about the veins on their feathers. It's not about every particular feather. Okay. Another thing we're going to pay attention to is, concerning the quality of the mark, is the freshness of the mark. Because you're moving very quickly and you're moving through the image very quickly, some of you are going to finish a drawing in less than a minute. That doesn't mean you keep going over the same lines. Once you make a line, stop. Don't keep going over it and over it and over it and over it. You want to retain the freshness and the quality to that line. Okay? If you keep going over and over and over the same thing, it becomes overworked, overstated. That's for next class. That's for next class. Here's one of those scary baby dolls. Okay? Alright. Almost like a Chucky doll. Scary. Freaky. They're not nice dolls. They're not cuddly dolls. They're interesting for artists to draw. It's next class. Next class. Okay. Here's a cactus. And that cactus is prickly and spiny. Do you see where the quality of the marks underscore that visual presentation? fun where you divide the page into quadrants. You can divide the page in half. You can divide it into smaller quadrants. As long as you don't start doing this. As long as you're always moving like this. And you can do 4 different types of line drawing. Exploitative, expressive, gestural, suggestion, quick, spontaneous, fresh. What else is incorporated as a result? What is the consequence? Again, we have activity, movement. What else might you interpret about these drawings that is the result?
Rush.
It's something I haven't said yet.
Emotion?
What kind of emotion?
I would say that one's angry.
Angry?
Yes.
Okay. Could be because they're very aggressive marks. Okay. What else?
Panic.
Panic? Okay. Any other emotions you might read into these?
Fear?
We have anger, panic,
Euphoria.
chaotic, okay.
Euphoria.
Euphoria? Yes, celebration. What happens in a celebration? Why would she say euphoria?
It's like a spontaneous party.
Yeah, celebration. Boom, explosions, party poppers, confetti, huh? Yeah, streamers, silly string, yeah? Bunch of crazy little kids running around at a party, right? Well, I think another result is also humor. So they're kind of funny, you know, not laugh out loud, but they're delightful, funny, quirky, okay? Joyful, a lot of energy. So all of that is a result of the kind of marks that you make, okay? All right, so before we start drawing the subject matter, let's get through a couple of pieces of paper and try out the sticks, see what they do. I saw a couple other additional alternative materials over there. Some pine needles, and maybe somebody brought some weeds. So let's try all your arsenal out and see what you can get on the paper, okay? How much line variety can you get out of these sticks, okay? All right.